Well folks, back for another little venture. I'm out on the shore. So I've come to one of my local venues down at Southsea, just near the hovercraft. I thought I'd come out and try for a sole and see how we get on. But the wind's quite strong at the moment, which is a little bit frustrating. But there we go, I've got some buddies with me as well. I've got Jamie and Alfie with me. We're all having a bit of a fish off, if you like, for a bit of a laugh. And Alfie's had a smooth hound pup already, and I don't think Jamie's had anything out at the moment. And me, I barely got the rods in the water. Had one in the water, setting up the other rod, and the other rod's, or I should say the other line that's in the water, that's going into Portsmouth. I thought, oh, here we go, here comes the weed sort of thing. But no. So what turned up? Let me show you. That little beauty. It's a nice little bass. It's about 3/4 pound, maybe a pound and a bit. Who knows? I ain't gonna weigh it, but it's a nice start. Beat the blank. Ragworm is the bait on. So I'm gonna put this in the bucket. I've got a nice bucket there full of water. So yeah, so ragworm is the bait. On clip down rigs. And for the sole fishing, I use lead shot for on the snooze, just to try and hammer it to the ground a little bit more, especially in this turbulent sort of water we got at the moment. Always seems to work for me on the boat, and yeah, hopefully it'll work for me on the shore. So early doors, literally quarter of an hour if that here, and yeah, the night is young. Hopefully we'll bag a few sole. Well, it's going nuts here. We're just getting bites after bites after bites. I think there's a lot of bream out there. My mate Jamie, he's had a nice bream and a smooth hound. I've had quite a few bites, and it's getting to the stage where I can't keep a rod in the water for bites. I'm not connecting at the moment, just the one bass still, but it's all to play for. But yeah, so the hovercraft, or just to the side of the hovercraft, should I say, is doing really well at the moment. It's been a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, let's get back to it. Hopefully it brings you some more fish. I'm probably proper super buzzing at the moment, super excited. I can barely talk here. It's nuts, I can't calm down. I really should calm down here. But anyway, I'm going to get back to it. Well folks, I finally caught one of these. A little bream. They're absolutely robbing my bait to death. It's about ½ a pound, something like that. But yeah, they're annihilating my baits, but it's still nice to see. Still around, still give me a good fight. But anyway, let's get it back to fight another day. Well, the bites have dropped off a little bit, but we've had quite a few species between a few of us here. So we've had, well, I've had a bass and a couple of bream, and Jamie next to me, he's had quite a few bream and some smooth hounds, and his son Alfie, again, he's had some bream and some smoothies. Yeah, it's been quite productive so far. But the bait's getting robbed so much that you just can't keep the worm down there long enough to even chance of a sole, I don't suppose. But we keep at it. It's just nice to be out here. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be anyway. But the hunt continues. We'll still keep at it. Never know. Tight lines. Sole, please. Well, folks, I've got one of these little beauties. A lovely old spider crab. I'll tell you what, that would probably be good eating actually, looking at the size of those claws on it. I bet there'd be a fair bit of meat on that. I'm not going to take it home though, I'm going to let it back. It's going to get unhooked. He's well crusted up with weed and God knows what else. I thought it was a bit heavy when I reeled it in. That'd be why. Anyway, let's get him unhooked, get him back to the sea and get back out there. Well, that's it folks. So for me it's just one bream, two bream and one bass. Loads of bream bites, absolute truckloads of it. The guys next to me, Jamie and Alfie, again bream, smuts and the like. But yeah, there we go. End of the evening, just after midnight. See the other craft in the background. The wind dropped off, it was quite nice. But yeah, no sole, but it's not surprising really. There's so many bream out there, or the bream bites, that's for sure, that the worm was just getting annihilated before you even had a chance for a sole. But I'll give it another go another time, maybe when there's a bit less wind as well. One of those sort of real moonlit nights, maybe. Anyway, there we go. Till next time, tight lines, don't forget to subscribe, and all importantly, give us the old thumbs up and like button, that'd be great. Well, welcome back folks. I've got a little bit of bait left for the other evening, so I thought I'd come out and give it a go. So I just brought one rod, and the bait's getting a bit knackered now, a bit smelling, a bit what have you, so let's see what happens. It's absolutely gorgeous out here at the moment, really nice flat seas. I've even had a bite already, just as I started to do this sort of film bit, so didn't get it though. Anyway, so I'm by the pyramids, by the back of the pyramids. There we go, there's the pyramids. And you got nice, as you can see down there, nice beaches, shingle beach. Out there is sand, nice flat sand, probably around about the 15 to 18 foot mark by now, as it's nearly high tide. And yeah, there we go. One rod in the water, and it's biting. I've got a bite on, so I'm going to get back to it and see what happens. I reckon this could be bream, you know, by the feel of it. Oh, it's getting me at it. Getting me at it. I'll tell you what, this is absolutely gorgeous weather. This is boating weather, really. I should be out on the boat, not the shore. Well, I don't think anything's going to come of this. Probably rob my bait. We'll see. There's a few swimmers around here as well, sort of thing, so hopefully we can be here in harmony. No one gets upset. Well, I'm going to reel in. I think the bait's gone. Yeah, as I suspected, bait's been robbed. Using a 2 hook clip down, size 4 hooks, nice and small, sort of scratching hooks really, I suppose. Weed's been a bit of a problem at the moment in the old silent area, so no doubt we're going to have a bit of weed throughout this session. Anyway, let's get baited back up. Right, let's get it back out. Just a gentle lob, this one. Don't have to cast too far. It might be a question of I might have to start holding the rods as well. If it starts getting a bit of a pain, we keep getting nibbly bites. There's a lot of bream out there at the moment. Just sort this reel out a minute. Got coasters here on at the moment, but I have ordered myself a reel seat. But until that arrives, we're on the old coasters. Well folks, there's the worm. As you see, it's not the greatest. tingy as well, but there we go. You might pull on the old fish, but I don't want to waste it. I did think about sorting it down, but to be honest, such a nice evening, I thought I'd come out and have a play, see what we can get. There we go. Got to keep an eye on the rod. The old rattles are starting. Hopefully we'll bag one of them. Got to fill in this bream, as I said. Anyway, let's get back to it. It's not often you get days like this, that's for sure. Anyway, it's all set. See what happens. Recently we bought one of these. Absolute brilliant, I well like it. So handy for carrying your gear and then filling up with a bit of water for the old fish as they come in, especially for the old bream. They don't last too long, the bream, as everyone knows. So you bung them in the bucket, absolute treat. You get them unhooked, get them recovered and get them back in the water. There's nothing worse, as everyone knows, than seeing a fish die, especially when you don't want to keep it. So yeah, well worth a buy that, well impressed. Pretty much had it, this worm now. It's on its last leg, so I probably just got it just before it starts to peg out. I'm even going to split it. Just so there's a bit of a tail end there. I might even have to get a bit of cotton on this just to keep it on there in a minute. We'll see how we go. It may be one of those sessions, people, where I run out of bait before I even catch one. I'm casting about 40 yards, if that. Not very far at all. Right, I'm going to hold my rod all the time now. So I'll get the bite. I think that may be the best idea. Hope I'm not showing my crack of my ass to you. Here we go, bite already. I've had a few bites there. I don't know if it's stripped it already. Well folks, I did say to you, didn't I? There was small bream out there, and there they are, look. Managed to get one. I took my breakaway part off my weight, so it's just a bare weight. And there we go. About the size of your hand, something like that. They are absolutely annihilating my bait. Anyway, I'm just going to get it back in the water. And yeah, I'll get it back. I've got to hold my rod now. I'll just put the bait on. Within a couple of minutes, if that, they're on it straight away, on it, and taking your bait off within seconds, sort of thing. Anyway, I've come down here really light today. One rod, one reel, a couple of bits of kit, no mackerel feathers. Always have mackerel feathers. And what turns up right in front of me, 50 yards out, if that, is shoaler mackerel. And all I can do is look at it. It's killing me. There's a shoaler mackerel right in front of me. I haven't got my feathers. I've always got my feathers. It's done my head in. But hey-oh, that's fishing, isn't it? Sod's law. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the old bream fishing and see if I can pluck a few more out, maybe a bigger one or two. Anyway, I'm over the moon. I've caught one. Beat the blank. Happy days. Well, that's it, folks. Just a couple of hours on the old session. One bream for my effort. But the bream were just annihilating my bait, so that's the way it is. So yeah, that's me done. Tight lines, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.